Good day, everyone. This is Junaid Khan. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. As of today, March 7, 2025, there is going to be a good news for the people who are in the construction industry. If we look back a little in 2024 and the beginning of the 2025, where there's been a big chaos in the immigration, everything is tightened up, the visas, the immigration, the family sponsorship, the parents and grandparents program have been stopped and paused for the year of 2025. But I am happy that there are certain categories where immigration is literally working on it to basically cut the deficit of the situation in Canada, or basically for the boom of the industries. One of those industries today in this video is going to be a construction industry. You can see on my screen the news release on March 7, 2025 from the Honorable Minister Mark Miller. So basically the government and the minister is trying to take a new measures to basically help the construction industry, which is really good. But there's another good news in this press release, if you can check on my screen, is they are trying for the people who are undocumented in Canada to give them statuses if they are in the construction industry. Now, it's just a release. There's information there. There is nothing more than that for now. There is no plans. There's no categories. There's nothing how to apply and who is going to be eligible and who's going to be not eligible for this. But this is going to be happening in next upcoming days. Now, just think about it. Construction in an industry which I don't think this program is going to be pilot program, but this is not going to be very short term. We are talking about an industry that takes time. We're talking about the housing crisis in Canada. To fix that crisis is going to take time. Specifically, if you look into it, the number of immigrants came into Canada in 2023, 2024, and the numbers we are looking in 2025. We need to build societies. We need to build an infrastructure. We need to have a construction market, construction workers to be in Canada and do, wonders to basically take Canada out from this crisis. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. This is not an industry that you work into it and then you fix things overnight and you fix things in a couple of weeks and couple of months. There are going to be projects which are going to be huge. So I believe if there will be a pilot program for the construction industry, it is not going to be a very short program. I believe that. And it doesn't make sense to have a pilot program for a very short time in this regard, in this industry specifically. Now, if you look into this release, they are specifically talking about for the undocumented people within Canada who are basically working in the construction industry. That is a good news for the people who are currently in Canada in construction industry and they're undocumented. This is going, if we talk about the undocumented people, this would have been their first priority to get status in a country, to get recognized in a country in a way that they can live peacefully, their families can join them, and then they can have their statuses in Canada. This is a very good news for them. Even if you are a documented person in Canada, you have a status in Canada, but you are in a construction industry, this is going to be good to basically get you a permanent residency or getting their temporary foreign workers, work permits and all that stuff. What is going to happen in this? Who is going to eligible, who is not going to eligible, that we can talk later because that information has not been uploaded yet. So whenever the information came out, we would definitely talk about it. I would have a video about it because I feel like the businesses in Canada in construction is booming right now. But the amount of people came into Canada in the last couple of years, or the amount of people are coming into Canada in 2025, they need this industry to become really big. In my understanding, it might be because of the tariff war going on between the Canada and US. They want to have more people here. They want to have, their construction industry to be fixed, their crisis, their residential crisis, the housing crisis to be fixed as soon as possible. And when I look into multiple videos in the House of Commons between the government and the opposition parties, this has been in conversation for a very long time, and I'm really happy that the honorable minister now started thinking about it, talking about people in the construction industry, giving them documentation, and the people who are currently in Canada, or businesses, construction businesses in Canada, they're gonna get a good relief as well. But let's see what is going to come in a later days about this plan. And I'm basically specifically talking about more in Ontario, because the population in Ontario is big as compared to other provinces. I would say like 70% of the population lives in Ontario or like GTA area. So the people who are in these areas, that's a very good news for you. I mean, and I hope this program launch very soon, so that we'll look into it, and the people will have an opportunity to get documented. And the people who are in construction, if they're not a permanent resident, there might be programs for them to become a permanent resident in Canada. And good luck for that. Thank you.